Hey friends, it's been a little while. I was at Modern Front Ends. That was interesting. And then I had Thanksgiving, and that was also interesting, but for better reasons. And now I am super ready to start working on Epic Web again. Sorry, I'm gonna move this. It's gonna be loud for a second. Oh, okay, that could have been worse. Yeah, actually, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so anyway, I did a fair bit of work on kentcdodds.com for the last 2 weeks or so. It's still not 100%. I think there may be some problems with LightFS that are being worked out. Hopefully those get resolved soon. Still kind of evaluating things there. But I know, like, I'm using beta software. This is my life. I pretty much spend my life trying to, I don't know, I do all the weird things. So anyway, I am going to be working on Epic Web now, on Rocket Rental specifically, and I'm really excited to do that. So this is where we're at, and I'm going to be working on the search by geolocation feature. So if we go to Rocket Rental and bring that over here, then let's get this up and running. Come on. I don't know why it takes so long. It should not take that long. Like the initial build just takes, I don't know what this done. I guess it needs to rebuild for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, something is making it take longer than it should. Whole half a second for that first request. There we go. That's better. So yeah, anyway, I think, yeah, we want to go to the search page. So if we go to ships, no, just kidding. I think we've got a search. No, I think it's starports. There we go. So starports have a location, and ships are at starports. So what we should do, if we go to the starports route, starports here, this is where we've got a bit of search. Hold on a second. Search params get. Here it is. Yeah, it is in ships. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, so it's on ships, huh? Yeah, so ours is a little unique because, yeah, look at how many ships I've got in my seed data. Just a crazy amount of stuff. That's fun. Yeah, it's a little different because our ships are going to be at starports, whereas the things like Turo, that's going to be like wherever people are. It's all over the place. So if I do search at current location. Oh yeah, this is the part where I'm gonna have to make sure I mock out my current location. So if I go, where is that? No, this one. Nope, not that either. There it is. If we go, yeah, sensors, and I want to be in Berlin. I'm going to drag this over just to make sure that's how this is going to work, because sometimes they might do something differently. But if I say this is, yeah, sure, that's fine. Current location. Yeah, it's asking for my location. And so I'm going to allow it to access my location. Yeah, and it's showing my actual location because this location overriding thing is not working. So try that again. Okay, there we go. Sweet. So when you do a search here and you're overwriting the location, then it's going to show a map and it'll show you the cars. So here, if I switch to London, maybe it'll have something. There we go. So yeah, it'll show all the cars that you've got there. I could do something like this But see, they're like just all over the place. Whereas for this, we just have like where airports are. People don't have cars in their backyard or rockets in their backyard for takeoff and stuff. So I don't know if it makes sense to do this search on the ships page. I think it makes more sense to do this on the starport search page. So just like find me the closest starport to me. Because I don't know where the closest one is or whatever, you know. So that's what we're going to do that will differ from Turo. So with all that said, I'm going to go London, and we're going to request location on the starports page. Well, first, actually, let's do the lowest common denominator section of this, which is allow the user to enter in their own information. So this is actually going to be tricky because I don't want the user to enter their geolocation. I want them to be able to enter actually what Turo did for their search. You could enter a city. I think that's it. Yeah, like if you enter a city or a zip code maybe, then I just need to have a mechanism for searching by or taking a city and reverse looking up the zip code or no, the geolocation for that, so that the geolocation, latitude and longitude, are the lowest common denominator between them. Oh, I've got some exciting news, friends. I have finally gotten in front of Cassie's freaking nerd. Oh, man. Cassie. Yes! Freaking nerds. Yeah, Cassie's always been ahead of me by just a couple of people, but there you go. I have passed her up. Hooray! I wonder if there might be other ones that I haven't ever joined that get a lot more. But anyway, yeah, so I just need to have some way to get geolocation from city or some sort of city search. And yeah, might also be useful to have like an autocomplete of not only cities, but the starports by their name as well. And then also allow the geolocation piece. So what order do we do that in? I think, yeah, if we say I want my current location, it doesn't actually tell you what your current location is. But we can build this initially where you have an input for latitude and longitude. So let's start with that. And then we'll make those hidden inputs and progressively enhance the heck out of that. Okay, so here's our form for our starports. We've got our query. And this query right now is only searching for things that contains query. Okay, so let's make an input. Eventually this will be a type hidden, but we're going to make it type text for right now. So default, the placeholder latitude, name lat, and long. I don't know how to spell longitude. Long. Thank you. And then here we're going to get okay. So this is where things get a little bit tricky. Basically, I think, yeah, how many miles is 1 degree in latitude? Okay, General guide. Depends on number of factors. And climate, huh? I'm not sure why climate would change that. I can understand why elevation and stuff, but yeah, it's interesting. General guide, latitude is about 33 miles. And how about longitude? Is it the same? Right, that makes sense. It's much less distance between these two than between these two. So longitude would be quite different based on where we are latitude. Yeah, interesting. Each degree of latitude is approximately 69 miles apart. Okay, so what happened to the 33 that I saw on the other website? Yeah, okay, so 69 miles on the latitude. I need to sneeze. Do I though? Maybe? Okay, no, I'm okay. I may need to use some sort of library or service for this. I didn't want to have to do that. The thing is, what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to just say in my query where latitude is less than this and greater than this and longitude is equal whatever. But it might be I wonder actually we could just say when you say I want to use current location, we'll just find the one that's closest to you. Yeah, and then instead of this query thing, it will be by name. So let's see. So you'll be able to choose between a couple of options. Either, just like Turo does, you can say current location, city, or name of the port. So you choose one of those things. So it's actually not an input, but a select. Option, value, name. Not ships. This would be starport, or no, that would be starport name. City, and geolocation. Current location. Whoop. Okay. And then based on which one of those is selected, we will here, let's see, this is a name. Type, search, type. Okay, and then yeah, so then you'd have your query. just notice this also, search params get lat. Oh, right. Okay, so then the query will depend, if starport name is the value of search type, then the query will be searching for the starport name. If it's city, then this will be a search for the city. And if it's a current location, then we'll ignore this and just look at latitude and longitude. And then we will use JavaScript to hide the appropriate field. In fact, we can just do that right now. Say, yeah, okay. Just had a thought like maybe we should just have these as 3 separate forms or something, but no, this is fine. Also thinking that maybe searching by starport name and city should just be the same. Same thing. And saying current location is only available. So like part of me is like, well, maybe we should make this work without JavaScript enabled, but no, people have JavaScript enabled. It's fine. So we're just going to do this. So search type. And the initial search type will be search params get search type. Let's just call it type. Who needs search type? Just type. Name. And yep, use search params, except it comes in like that. Oh, just kidding. There we go. Already using it. Bring in use state. And value on change. Set search type. Okay, cool. So then we come back over here. What in the world? The little pop-up thing is coming off screen for some reason. What? That is so strange. It's popping up. It was popping up to the left. That is so weird. Huh, super weird. Okay, so if I do starport name, yeah, then we got current location, all that stuff. Okay, sweet. So based on that, we'll say search type is geolocation. And then these inputs will be available. And we will request geolocation permissions. So function geolocation inputs or fields. And we're going to stick this in a separate component so that we can just stick a use effect in there. You know what? That's garbage. Who needs that? We'll just do it in here. Use effect. You know what? I'll bet you there's a nice geolocation hook we can use. Just got a comment from Amir. If you fail to get the geolocation from GPS, would it make sense to use their IP geolocation as a fallback? Good question. I think that requires some amount of lookup, but look up location by IP address. Let's see how tough that is. Okay. Node.js. Maybe try Express, and I'll work backward to figure out how that works. Trust proxy. I need to learn more about what that is. Express trust proxy. What does that do? X forwarded 4. Huh. Interesting. So this will be difficult to test because I'm guessing I cannot see those headers. The proxy sets those. Seems kind of like I actually should have this set up anyway because I am going to be running behind a proxy that I do trust. So let's go. Oh, right. This is going to be tricky. I don't have access to the Express server in this app. So that's too bad. We will maybe get that eventually. Let's see. Yeah, if I were to say, hey, could we maybe change the Remix server? They'd just say, why don't you eject to Express? I don't want to eject to Express. And they'll say, why not? I don't know. I just don't want to. Feel like it's nice to not have to configure the server myself. Anyway, what does this thing say? Huh. So that's how you get the IP address, but then why do we need to integrate with the third party? Man, I don't want to integrate with the third party. Wow, okay. This is the identical blog post. Okay. What are you doing here? From MaxMind. Huh. Oh, that's handy. Remix Utils has already got this. Yeah, okay. So we will have to use a service for this. Either that or we use this this thing that looks it up. And we have to just keep our data files up to date. Oh, license key, there it is. Man, I didn't want to have to do this. All right, if our thing takes off, then we will use a service for this. For now, we're not going to worry about it. Okay, there we go. That's good. So we did a little research, found out this is something we can do later. Okay, so yeah, let's look at just for reference, React geolocation. I've done this before. In fact, you know what? I do it in is it React performance? Performance. See what I do in the first exercise, I think. Yep. Where's the globe? Globe, 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 globe. There it is. Globe. There you are. Boom. All right. What do I do in here? There it is. Coolio. Huh. Whoop. Lanalb. Yep. Okay, so geolocation. Set, whoops. But we only want to do this when our search type is geolocation. Then we will do this. Coolio. And then kind of thinking, I think Turo actually will put the latitude and longitude. Yep, they do put the latitude and longitude in the URL, which I think is fine. Lat and lon are switched. You're right, thank you. That would make things very confusing. Yeah, so we can put it in the URL. Challenge is, what if I get a different geolocation? Just trying to decide what order to put these in. Should we get it from the search params first and then use the lat and long? I think so. Geolocation dot lat and long. Okay, cool. So with that now, let's make sure we've got this all mocked out. Okay, cool. So then I go current location and we'll allow, and those values are not getting set to what I would expect. Just want to make sure that it doesn't show my exact location. Yeah. So it is in there, along in that. So why are these values not updating? Oh, because they're not controlled. Whoops. That's just the default value. Yeah, so eventually these will actually just be value. Yeah, let's just do it right now. This will be type hidden. I'm just thinking the initial, yeah, this is what we should do. So our initial value will be this. Yeah, and we'll say numberify that, or 0. Pretty sure this works with nan. Should probably double check. Whoops. Number, blah. Does not work with nan. How about this? Yeah. Okay. And then this can just be whatever that state value ends up being. And we can actually get rid of this. There we go. That's better. So it defaults to those. That makes that's perfect sense. Exactly what it should be. Okay, cool. So now, the current location. That's interesting. I hit enter and it shows up in there, but then we get redirected, I suppose. Yeah, right there, because query is not defined. That makes sense. Okay, so then we're going to switch on the type. All right, switch type. And there are name, city, and geolocation. Name. City. Geolocation. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Amir. Let's turn off the geolocation on the laptop. Where are my settings? Mac OS disable location. Here we go. There we go. So now, if I try, here, let's go to, here, actually, we'll try this. Go to Turo. And go to current location. Allow. It says location turned off in Mac system preferences. Okay, and then what happens? It's just loading forever. Not very resilient. Nope, not resilient at all. We're sorry we can't get your location if I refresh. Okay, cool. Well, that's interesting. Let me make sure that works in here also. Whoops, there we go. Go, allow, okay. Okay, neat. So now, let's try this. If I'm mocking out my location, Here, actually, if I'm not mocking out my location on localhost, but my location is disallowed by system preferences, then what happens? The values are 0 and 0. I don't get an error, although I should probably handle the error situation here with the error callback. Whoops. Hold on a second. Where's this? Let's put this inside of, well, yeah, sure, what the heck. Yeah, let's put that inside of those. And let's add an error. Yeah. Geo error set G. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. This could be a lat number, long number, type success, or resolved, or it can be type pending, or type rejected. It's like a promise. And we'll say default lat and default long. So then this, yep, that's what we're going to do. Cool. So then this will say type resolved. Oop. And actually reason string. So then here yep. Okay, so then down here we're going to say let's see. These are complaining because it's a number. Okay, cool. And this is complaining. Oh, right. Your break is coming up. Begin All right, Prettier, fix that up for me. Okay, cool. So now I come over here and I'm like, I want current location. And it's going to say user denied geolocation. There it is. Sweet. So user denied. Great. So now I'm not going to accidentally reveal my location to you all. If I change my sensors though, say I'm actually in London, then, oh man, that doesn't work. Here, hold on a second. So then we say I'm supposed to take a break. Give me just a second. Say current location. allow, and location preference. But, aha, it works. Okay, good. So I can do this mocking stuff, and you will not see where my geolocation is. I think that's a good thing. Whew, okay, cool. I'm going to take my break, and when we come back, we will be back, and we'll continue. See you in 5. All right, we are back and excited to continue. So we are successfully able to get the location, and now we just need to do the right thing based on the type of query. So let's see. I wonder if there's a way. Let's see. We'll have our where clause. Okay, somebody just sent me a message that I should address. They're saying they're getting a 500 on this page. Is not what I'm seeing, so I think we're okay. Okay. So I'm going to need to have some sort of starport where input. Is there a way to get that? No. So we are exporting the type here. Okay, here's what we'll do instead. Select clause. Dang, no, this is not going to be easy or nice. Yeah, I wish there was a way to say I've got a where. Now, let's do this. Type is name. Type is city. And we'll say type is valid. See, name or city or geolocation. There we go. So then I say let's do this instead. No, this is not right. Yeah, this is dumb. Get rid of that. We'll fix that later. Okay, so if the type is not valid, we'll return a redirect. Yeah. And we can deal with the others later. But so now we know the type is going to be one of those. Yeah, query should not be undefined in that case, but it's probably fine if it is. And then whoa, we're redirecting a million times. Ah, yes, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So what do we show on this page? In a practical scenario, you land on the page, you don't want to see like all the options, right? There are hundreds of airports, hundreds of starports. You don't need to see all the options. So okay. I think what we should do is yeah, this is really dumb. I don't like this at all. But let's deal with this situation first. So if the type is city or name and there's no query, return JSON star ports empty array. And then in the UI we'll say, please enter a query. So here we can do that now. Empty array. And we'll say query. Let's see. Please enter a query. Okay. Sweet. So now I enter a query and I say Bob, and we get nothing. Say data star ports dot length. No star ports found. With query. Please enter a new query. There we go. Okay, cool. So then if I say I want to use current location, user.geolocation. Ah, god dang it. But I'm mocking it. It worked. It worked before. Rats. Okay, well, we know the geolocation stuff works. This wouldn't be a big deal if I wasn't streaming. Okay, how do I do this in a safe way? See, because I could like monkey patch the geolocation API. And that's just what I should do. Just trying to think. I mean, there are definitely there's a time to bring in custom dev tools, and that's exactly the sort of place where you would mock out something like this. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. Yeah, so we'll build proper dev tools later. For now, though, let's see. I don't know if it's behaving the same in other browsers. I just disabled the ability here, but I'm pretty sure it'll be the same with all the other browsers. So here we're going to export a function called init, and this will say, do I have an env yet? No env. Oh, no, I do. Let's do node env. We're going to call it mode. I guess we'll call it node env. I don't want to deal with that. What are you complaining about? Yeah, where's the declaration coming from? This couldn't be more wrong. I can set it to anything I want. Well, maybe not. That's fine. That should work. Okay. So we'll import init from dev utils devtools. And then here I can say this. Here, and actually we want to do if env dot node env development. Now that's interesting. This should definitely be handling this for me. I thought that I'd set that up. I guess I hadn't. Oh, got a friend over. Let me close the door 1 second. Okay, so it looks like I have not yet set up environment variables in here. So let's do that. So here's env server. We'll do env.ts. So here, we'll go to here and we'll just borrow what I did for my egghead stuff. Oh, I guess it is a server-only file. Okay, and then yeah, see on my site I have this function called getRequiredServerEnv thing, and yeah, I don't want to do that. So this init is good for, here we want required server envs, and then getEnv is for the env object, which is what this stuff is all about. So that's fine. Okay, invariant node env. Now I can say mode. Yeah. Cool. And then we go to our entry server. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I guess we never call this function anywhere. Whoops. So this needs to be init. You know what probably happened is I copy pasted over everything in this file. That's probably what happened. Okay. And then we'll rename this as init dev tools, just to make that a little more obvious. And then yeah, sweet. Then the last thing to make all this work is our loader. And then if I go to the root, here, we have a script right there. Oh, right. And one last thing. Server. There we go. Okay, cool. So now everywhere can use capital EnV and whatever else I put in here that I want to share with the client. Whoops. All public env variables. This is used in both entry server. Yep, to ensure that. And globally available. Note root tsx, which is where, actually, this is where that happens. Root tsx. Note, do not add any environment variables in here that you do not wish to be included in the client. Okay, good, sweet. So we can init dev tools and yeah, it says time's up on my task. This is going to take a bit longer. Okay. So, yeah, so we're gonna say, mock over this thing. What are you complaining about? Accuracy, altitude, yada, yada, yada. Timestamp. There we go. And then latitude and longitude we will set to London. There we go. Sweet. So now this is fine. Cool. All right. I don't have to worry about it. And it will be mocked locally. And I will just say to do make this a more proper implementation of dev tools. Okay, cool. So unfortunately with the current implementation of the dev tools basically amounts to stuff that'll end up in the client and just won't get called because the way that I have this set up. Yeah, ES build. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. We'll deal with this later. Okay, so let's go back to our query stuff we were doing. See, the thing I want to avoid is having to repeat this. And if I extract this into a variable and just assign it to, it could be this, it could be that, or it could be whatever, then I just don't think that it will type check properly. But maybe it's fine. Okay, so let where clause switch on the type name where clause equals name contains query. City. Locate there. Oh, right. We need to look up latitude and longitude in that case. Okay. City, latitude, longitude, lookup. We're going to need to have some sort of module that has a library of all the latitude and longitude coordinates. Okay. That's not really, but sure. Latitude or city, latitude, longitude. All the cities. 138,000 cities in a big JSON array. That's interesting. Part of me is thinking that this should be in our database. And instead of latitude and longitude on the star port, this should be city. We should have a model city, which is ID, yeah, all these things. We don't need description, image URL, but a name would be good. Latitude, longitude. Country gets kind of funny when you're talking about cities, because some countries feel like they both own a city. So that's an interesting thought. So what is all the cities doing if this one exists? I guess it turned it into a JSON file. Geospatial search in MongoDB, huh? Is that a thing? That's cool. I wonder if geospatial search is a thing in SQLite. That would be neat. Fascinating. Okay, well, anyway, Man. So I guess what I'm thinking I need to do is I actually need to use this as seed data and stick it in my database. We've got a bunch of migrations already. Yep, so the starport, instead of having a latitude and longitude, it has a city, name and country. Yeah, that is tricky. So it's Salt Lake, United States. So you got name, and in the United States you got state, but in Canada you got province. And so maybe we just call it name. And it's Salt Lake City, Utah, USA is the name. What does it look like in here? Name, country, alt country. What's that supposed to mean? Admin code. 22 megabytes. I can see now why this exists, because parsing that would not be super fun. I'm just curious what this alt country thing is all about. And this admin code, is that New Mexico? Is this in California? Where is that? Oh, yep, that's New Mexico also. So is that what the admin code is? It's the state. What does admin code mean? What is an FIPS code? Okay. Okay, I think I need to install this and look a little bit further into the data. So let's npm install as a dev dependency, because it's just used for seed data. Okay, so now if I node and require that. There they are. See, those are numbers for admin code. We do get countries. What is feature code? Well, that's unfortunate. I have no idea what some of those values are. Yeah, I can't show a 0.5 in the UI. So admin code will not be able to be shown. I will not put it in the database. I don't know what feature code is supposed to be, so I will not put that in the database. And in fact, I will only put in the database cities with a population of over, I don't know how much. Filter greater than 50,000. Yeah, that's still 9,000. What's the population of Salt Lake City? Google does better with these. Yeah, so 50,000, maybe 100,000. 75,000. Let's do that. Only those cities that are population of 75,000 will show up in here. Okay. So it will be name, country, and location. Oops. Is there anything where the look type is not equal to point? I didn't think so. Okay, so yeah, coordinates. So we've got latitude, longitude, country, name. I'm tempted to put population in there so then you could sort by population. But we will not do that. And instead, I will insert it in that order, and then it will naturally happen that way, but there's nothing going to be encoded about that. So anyway, I'm going to take my break and then we'll do that. See you in a bit. Okay. So, oh, I just realized something. Let me find. Yep, there it is. I had done some copy paste of some things that I don't think I want to have show up at any point in the stream. So they were just sitting in my clipboard history. Okay. Oop. Ah. So I'm starting to think maybe this. What is this? So, of course, there's pricing, whatever this thing is. Yeah, I have no idea what this thing is. But I'm thinking we need to use it to do what this says. Probably not what we want. SQLite add a custom function. What I'm thinking is I'll actually make a separate database that has this function implemented so that I can do this type of search, maybe. Yeah, see, that would be cool. So then, hold on. Just really want to avoid services, okay? Maybe too much. Okay, so if I say SQLite testd, oh, SQLite 3, then help is probably somewhere in here, way to define a function. I didn't see anything in there about functions. Yeah, nothing in there. SQLite 3, add function CLI. Okay, so load. I'm not seeing a load option. And I think I have, okay. Okay, yeah, that does not make any sense to me. Okay, so that at least is a little helpful. So first you go into the CLI and then you run that. As far as generating this file, I don't know. Can I? Wonder if Better SQLite has the ability to make custom functions. there's deleting user-defined functions. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. Getting function. Hey, there we go. Support user-defined functions. Sweet. No, I don't need it. There's docs. Here we go. Okay. Whoa, that's interesting. The function can be a JavaScript function. What? Now that's crazy. Huh. Part of me feels like this will be slower if I do it in JavaScript, so I do have a C implementation that I can reference. All right, Node.js, determine distance between two coordinates. Geolib. I mean, we could just do that. I wonder what this thing does. Oh, it doesn't even exist anymore. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need altitude elevation supported. It's comforting to know it's written in TypeScript. That means the types will be available, and that'll be nice. Wow, that is quite the set of files. I'll bet that this file is 1 line long. Okay, couple lines long, but I don't know how people work in this type of an environment. I can't even imagine. Actually, I can. I used to be a lot more like this, but no thanks. Okay, well, I mean, it seems like it's pretty well maintained. Last commit was on back in September, so probably pretty stable. Cool. Okay. Oops. So we could use this in a custom function. So then, good grief. What this means is I don't need to change the so I don't need to change the data model. I can keep the latitude and longitude of the starports, which is sweet. And then I do still have cities. But starports aren't necessarily associated to cities. They just have a latitude and longitude. Not always will a starport be in a city. I don't know. Maybe people don't want rockets taking off nearby their home, so it's like out in the middle of nowhere. So it like wouldn't make sense to specify city. So we could, yeah, that'd probably be better anyway. And then when somebody says, I want to search by city, we do still have cities. But those would be in this separate database that has this special function defined where I pass it a latitude and longitude and it gives me back the cities that are close by. So then, or no. I pass it a city and it gives me back the latitude and longitude. And then I use that latitude and longitude to find the starports that are close by. So that would mean my function definition needs to be on my primary database. I'm just worried that Prisma won't like extra functions in my database, but maybe that's okay. Maybe Prisma would be fine with it. Prisma SQLite custom functions. See if maybe Prisma has okay, I've actually got the Prisma Slack up over here. Any way to make a custom function with Prisma SQLite? See what Prisma folks say. I'm guessing that's a no. Which I think is fine. I think we just bring in yeah, I don't know. So what's the user experience we want? We want to want a user to be able to say, I want, where's the app? I want to search by a city. And then they type in here and it auto-completes. Okay, so then they choose the city and they hit search. And then that will look up the cities, the matching city. So like they'll autocomplete. They'll come to a specific city with an ID, and then that city has a latitude and longitude, and we pass that through the same logic that our current location logic goes through. Yeah, I'm sure glad that I mocked that out in the client because this sensor thing is not applying. Sometimes it just like decides, I'm not going to apply anymore. So yeah, you would have seen exactly where I am if I hadn't mocked that out in the client. So good call. Okay. So when we have a latitude and longitude, we need to find the starports that are close by. The starport latitude and longitude is in the database that's currently managed by Prisma. So what we could do is figure out how to stick this nonsense, whatever this is supposed to do, figure out how to stick that into SQLite. And then do a raw query with Prisma. Or we bring in better SQLite 3 to define the function. And then I'm confused by this. So here it takes the arguments and it returns something. But what about like values in the database? I think I might need to play around with this a little bit before we try to use this. But anyway, that would be another option, is to have SQLite, or better SQLite, add a function. I feel like I don't have enough information here about how the functions here work. More docs on custom functions. The current example of custom functions is a simple add to function which only interacts with the arguments given. Is there a way to, or could we get more realistic examples that actually use operate on data from the database? Specifically, I'm looking for a way to order by lat long distance. Yeah, that. Sorry, whoa. This. I'm also curious of the performance implications of having the function written in JavaScript rather than C. Okay, So anyway, figure out some way to stick this function in our SQLite database. Okay. We've got coordinates. We need to find the star ship or the star ports that are nearby those coordinates. And we could do something really easy and just say if it's within, 10 degrees in either direction, then bring it along. But I want to be able to order by whatever's closest. And I could do that in JavaScript. Just like my where clause says greater than and less than, within 10 degrees in either direction. And then order by the minimum distance. And that maybe that's sufficient. Yeah, I don't think I want to play around with this C stuff right now. Maybe one day we could do something like that. But yeah, I do want to be able to order by, and also want to be able to, yeah, I'd really like to be able to say select where it's within 3 miles or something, or within 50 miles or something. That'd be sweet. I think that's possible, but might be a little beyond me. So we'll see. But yeah, this geolib thing, I think I can use this. So I'll just say everything within 10 degrees and then order by where the geolib get distance is the best. I don't think I need to say how far away things are for people. I don't need geolib distance. I just need to order it, and I can order it. Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can manage that without that. Okay, so all that said, I think we are good to say starports remain unchanged. Cities do not have starports, but cities do exist in the database. They have a name and a country, a latitude, longitude, and I've got a way to stick those in the seed or in the database via the seed data yada 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 thing. So we bring it in. We have it installed. I installed it. Where is it? All the cities. Yep, that's right. And what are you complaining about? No types. Well, that's too bad. I have to go to definitely typed to get a type for this. I guess, yeah, it's more complex than just like an array of things. So, okay. All right, let's get to Prisma DB migrate dev. Prisma migrate dev. Cities. Wait, Prisma cities. City. Delete many. And then wait, Prisma city. Insert. Oh, create. Unfortunately, I can't create many. So cities to insert or to create all the cities dot filter city where the population is greater than 75000. And let's put a separator there because we can. And then, was that the only filter I wanted to make? I feel like there was another filter I wanted. Oh, right, I wanted to sort. Sort A through Z. Yep. Pretty sure that's how that'll end up. We're just gonna go like this here really quick. Just want to see that. Whoops. I need to change this to switch it to TSX because I tried TSX and it's great. Okay, sweet. So that's crazy. Country CN. That's China's country. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. What else would it be? Okay, cool. So this is sorted properly. Huh. Where's this hash password thing? Very far away from where it's used. Now it's where it should be. All right, for of, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. Whoops. Okay, so we say await Prisma city dot create data name country latitude city dot location coordinates at 0. Ooh, is it latitude or longitude? I don't know. I showed 55. Rats. Is it always latitude, longitude? I think so. Let's see where this is. Where is this? I suppose it could be anywhere. So that doesn't help. There's so many cities. Dang it. I wish that this fine node. Okay. Try that. 5525 Raz yada yada city. So this is in Lithuania. So if I go like this, is this in Lithuania? No. This is over here. So does that mean that these are in the wrong order? So it longitude, latitude in here? Yep, okay. So the first one, wait, I still don't know actually. So the first one is gonna be this way. What is that? Longitude. And then latitude is this way. So longitude is the first one. Actually, it's latitude, longitude. This is yes. Where's the equator? Equator's like somewhere around here. So that makes sense. So longitude is second. Latitude is first. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, we'll find out, I guess, at some point. At some point, we will know. Okay, great. So we've created our cities. Now we need to get the latitude and longitude from the city. So Prisma city find many where actually find first. You know what? Actually, if it's the city, then we should have this search type is name. Search type is city. Yeah, so what I want ultimately is autocomplete. And that's what we'll probably build after the break. Yeah, so we're going to build an autocomplete after the break. So that should be fun. I think I'm actually going to take an extended break, and then we'll come back and we'll build the autocomplete. But the autocomplete is going to allow me to, and this is a mess. We're just going to do this. We'll fix that later. The autocomplete will allow me to have users search a city as they type, they hit enter, and then it sends an ID. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I am going to take an extended break though. That means I'm ending this stream and I'll start it up again and we'll work on an autocomplete, a full stack component. It'll be fun. So see you a little bit later.